Today I'm going to explain about why constructor. Okay, let me start with an example. For example, I'll consider what a simple program with name A, class A, with two data numbers, length as well as what width. Okay, this two are called as what data numbers, and I've taken what two member functions. One is what read and one more is what display. Read is to read the values for our data numbers, and display to display the whatever the value was in for data numbers. Okay, so this is end of your read, and this is end of what your display, and this is the end of what your class E. Okay, class E. So I've taken what one more class with name class main function, within which there is a main function. Okay, so this is the beginning of the one more class. So this is the beginning of your public static void main. So there I created an object with name of OB1. I think you know how to create an object. How to create an object? First we have to go with the class name. Class name is what A. So I written what A. Then object name. Then new operator. Again the class name A. Okay. After creating an object one. So if I want to call any member function, I have to call through what object. So what's the name of the object? OB1 dot read. Okay. What will happen? So this will be executed. Okay. So you know already know once you create an object, what will happen? The space will be allocated for both the data members, that is length as well as what width. And once you call what read function, what will happen? This will be executed, and for length and width it will go to assign the value 10 10. Okay. So next I have created one more object, object name object2. So I think you know the same way, class name object name new, again class name, and I'm calling what read function one more time. So how to call that one? Object name dot read function. Again same thing. First it will allocate space for about the length as well as what width. Once you call what read function for both the length as well as what width, this will be executed. For both length as well as width, it will go to assign the value 10 10. The same thing with respect to object 3. Space will be allocated. Once you call what read, for both length as well as what width, it will go to assign the value of 10 10. Okay, next I'm calling a display function with respect to object 1, object 2 and object 3. So display function will be what executed, and you'll get output in this way. Now in this program, this particular program, okay, if I create what n objects, I have to call what read function what n number of what times. Okay, and if you observe each and every with respect to each and every object for length as well as width, I'm getting what same value. See, this is with respect to object 1, this 2, and this 2 with respect to object 2, and this one is with respect to object 3. Even if I create 10 objects or 1000 objects, I'll get what same value for length as well as what width. This is a drawback. Since I'm getting the same value, there is one concept called as what constructor. If you use that one, no need of what calling what function. Okay, now you'll understand what is that constructor. Let's see one more example. The same program, instead of what read, we are using what on function with name what. Okay, and same two data numbers or same display function. Only changes with respect to previous one is instead of what read function, here I'm using what read function, and whereas in the second example I'm using what function with name what. Okay, same main function. The name of the class is what main function. Okay, so public static void main is again I created an object. You know, once you create an object, what will happen? It will go to allocate what space. Now one more thing it will going to happen in this particular program, that is it will going to execute a constructor. Okay, so compared to previous program, in this program there is no need of what calling the read function. Once you create an object, that is more than enough. Okay, it will assign the it will allocate the space for what both the data numbers as well as it will going to call what constructor. Okay, so again same thing with respect to object 2. So space will be allocated, constructor will be executed. Again with respect to object 3 also, space will be allocated. Okay, once you create an object, space will be allocated and constructor will be executed. So compared to previous program, so I'm calling what read function 3 times. So here there is no need of calling what read function. So constructor will do by itself. Okay, so if you just create an object, constructor will be executed, and you will get what same output. Output is what same. This is the advantage if you go with a concept called as what constructor. Okay, you'll get what same output. Now how to define a constructor? Constructor is a special member function. This is we'll call this one as what special member function with same name as the default class, with no return type, not even void, and that will be executed whenever object got created. And yeah, that will be executed when our object got created, and we use constructor to initialize data members. So this is the definition of what constructor. So I'll repeat it one more time. Constructor is a special member function with same name as the default class, with no return type, not even void, and that will be executed whenever whenever object got created. Okay, and we will use what constructor to initialize what data members. Okay, so just copy what both the programs with output. I'll continue next topic with next video. Thank you. And one more thing, just observe with the previous program. This is just like with your C program. See, this void mean I'm just calling the function. Okay, so this one is just like a defining a 2. If you just neglect what class A, this is just like defining what 2 functions, and this 2 is just like what declaring variables, global declaration, 2 functions. We are just calling that one. Just extra thing is we have created an object and we are calling with respect to that object because this is within a class. Okay, and main function that is also within what one more class. This is the end of what your class main function. This is the end of what your public static void main. Okay, copy what both the programs with output.